Hi, this is going to be a video of our Cape Dory 36 1981 that we purchased in March of 2017. The boat had been abandoned in a yacht yard for approximately 20 years. What you're seeing right now is the product of a huge amount of work from March to the present time, which is October 1st. Number of things on the outside. The teak has been completely redone, as well as much of the decks. The side decks had been an area of storage of sandbags for the booms and had rotted away significantly. This, despite being dirty, is a completely repaired starboard deck. Off to the aft of the boat, the cockpit sole also completely replaced. Despite being dirty, this is a brand new cockpit sole. And we have a number of renovations, kind of adjustments to our tastes that we planned on the boat. So this video is really to document what the world was before all our work. So this system here was supposedly the shizzle in 1980. It's called a combi system. Extraordinarily expensive and rather useless in 2017, so that'll be something that we work on. As we go down below, a lot of the plans that we have to do with how we would like to use this boat on long distance travels. So what you have here is a standard setup for a lot of sailboats of its year, but specifically the Cape Dory. You come down to a galley to the left, and we'll go through some specifics there in a minute. And to your starboard side is a chart table with an aft bed. The area back here also goes back to the engine. So the cockpit or the chart table is something that we would like to work on. The laminate is something that is very much not to my taste. A lot of this area around the chart table will be very different layout for instrumentation as we buy instruments. A standard setup for the electrical panel is under the cockpit steps and really is exposed to a good amount of water at times, so that's something that we're going to have to work at. So far our galley has been found to be pretty functional. The cooler is nice and large and very holds the cold very well. A lot of the cabinetry that we have here is functional as well, holds a lot of pots and pans. Though we have some areas that I think will really be improved. Shelving up here and to either side of the port there will probably be spice racks, etc. Down below here, the two settees to either side are designed for guests. This settee can pull out to almost a double bed and has an area back behind that is relatively useless right now for storage that we'll want to work on. This bed area is not something that we plan on using very extensively. The table is something that is rather standard again for its age. 1980 was a time that a lot of people had sailboats with these giant tables. I'm just about to get the leaves out here. They're a little tricky on your own. So this huge table setup, from what I can understand, is really designed for couples, two couples traveling, and that this would be a way of having a dining setup for two people to sit on one side and two people to sit on the other side, which we truly never plan on having a couple setup. If we do have people out on the boat, it'll likely be our children or grandchildren, and one settee or the quarter berth will be plenty of space for them. Trying to get this table down without causing damage. So the quarter berth is a rather large, comfortable bed. If we really had to put two grandchildren there, we would probably be fine. Again, this table sits in essentially the walkway and really creates quite a claustrophobic feel. And again, we have that awful laminate that drives me crazy. Back here, we have a really beautiful V-berth that we've come to love. It is queen size or king size in its width this way, with lots of headroom and nice ventilation with the two windows and the large hatch up to the side. The cabinetry and the drawers, while beautiful and really nicely designed, really don't hold a lot, and so some of our issues are storage related. So there's a small closet to this side as a hanging closet, and a very large closet to this side. Sorry, it's getting a little dark. And then the head is opposite. Really nice head, and is functional for a shower when we do get that hooked up. So the plan is to create better storage than just these cabinets that we have lined up all underneath each of these shelving areas, and create better storage even down below. There's really only these two areas. The water tanks are along each side of the settees here, so we really have only these end areas, which has very limited access. There's a small hole for accessing the water tanks, and then just this small door for climbing down and around into. So that is our before. We will check in with versions of after as we accomplish them.